Eric White, are you ready? Dude, I'm excited about tonight.
Oh,
I
it's
know I
gonna be
say that.
fun.
I don't say that every week, but Adam Dorey's awesome. Let me get into this thing. Hey, guys, welcome to the Drag Driver Pete Show presented by Summit Racing, episode 152. Dude, I can't believe we are this far in. I feel like we're kind of hitting this rhythm and this stride as we move into this stuff. Tonight, first half of the show, tons of information. Like I had to stop making notes because I was like, man, there's just more stuff that we could add here. There's so much going on in the drag and drive community as we lead into what we would consider, I guess, probably really the kickoff to the season. Like the leading up till now has been good, but June is going to be insane. We're going to go over a bunch of that stuff, a bunch of the stuff that's kind of went down the last 2 or 3 weeks. And then in the back half of the show, Adam Dorey is going to be on, the airborne announcer himself. And we're just going to riff, dude. I've barely made notes. We're going to talk about his trip with Vice Grip Garage and how much fun that was. And then we're going to talk about Rocky Mountain Race Week. I love that we're going back in the mountains this time. I want to get his story, all that stuff. And then basically we left the last like 20 minutes kind of open to whatever. So what we're going to do tonight is if you guys have comments or questions for Adam, drop them in there. We may bring them up on the stage, but we also may hold them till the end and just kind of go over them then. So Mr. Eric White, if you'll hit the intro, we'll start this thing.
All right, let's go.
All right, guys. My name is Mike Narks. I am the host of episode 152 of the Drag Driver Pete Show presented by Summit. And my right hand man over here, Mr. Eric White. What you got going on, dude?
I am Eric White, co-host of the show and news, and lots of photos. I've been getting all of our photos caught up as much as I can. Obviously, been quite busy, but as I have been able to, getting those uploaded onto Facebook and uploading last year's events to the Pixie Set site. So hopefully
Yep.
get that finally caught up here. I don't know, maybe in the next couple weeks I can be fully caught up on that.
That'll be awesome, dude. I'm excited. We need to probably need to go ahead and start sharing that stuff out there. Actually, we'll do that here in just a minute as we move through the other stuff. But guys, listen, we need you to do us a favor. Hit the share button as you jump in as kind of we get wound up in this episode here. And just want to say thanks for being a race car friend, y'all. It's been incredible. I have been, to say busy is an understatement of the week. It's been incredible. We have something really big that's working and need you guys to do what you do. We appreciate you guys for doing all of that stuff. And then, of course, thanks to our sponsors for what they do, because we couldn't do this and what I've been working on without them. And then also, going to back to the streets, can't do that without these guys, fuel and parts and all that kind of cool stuff we got going on. So if you're doing some shopping, please hit these sponsors up and at least let them know, hey, we saw you over on Drag Driver Pete. Of course, Summit Racing Equipment, our title sponsor here for the show and the news and the circuit that just happened. Deech Works, who sponsors our Feed the Racers program, which is really cool. I'm excited to roll another one of those out at the 2-lane throwdown, which is in a couple weeks. And of course, they were the racer party sponsor for the circuit. Molly Motorsports, love those guys out there. He drove Adam all the way from North Carolina out for the circuit. Driven Racing Oil, all the stuff they do for us and the whole sport, man. You can typically find them at like sick events and dirt drags and tractor pulls and all that kind of cool stuff. And of course, Howard's Cams, J-Wire Solutions, AFCO Racing Products, Performer Built Transmissions, Car Change 3D, and Low Dollar Motorsports. If you guys are looking for fun stuff, PowerTube TV, you can watch our episodes here, and then Racing Junk Classifieds for all of your buy, sell, trade, all that kind of cool stuff. We'll talk about Summit and what they posted up yesterday or day before here after we let Brian Loans tell us kind of what you can expect from them.
What does it mean to be built with Summit? It means you're hitting the autocross, drag strip, dirt, or open road with confidence. Because built with Summit means you're using parts from the top names in performance. Let's build it together. SummitRacing.com.
Dude, I haven't watched the video yet, but this new Summit post, 10 things to check before buying a project car, and the Spirit of 26 Nova project they've got. This is episode 2 for this project series. This is going to be a good one. Let's run through these things. Here's the 10 things you should check. And I thought this was a really good number 10, parts availability. Bro, how many times have you looked at a car that's like kind of rare? It's really neat. It's, not one-off stuff, but like, you're like, man, and it's got busted back glasses, like those wraparound corners from like the 50s wagons. And you're like, I bet I could find one. Then you find out there were like 400 of those wagons made. It makes you want the wagon more. But dude, parts availability for that kind of stuff is so tough.
Yeah, for sure. And then number 9, frame damage. That's another one. Get down underneath it and check that frame, because that's stuff that can be fixed, but it's going to cost you quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, don't start out on the wrong side of it there. And of course, the rear differential, man, look for plate, big plate. We've seen a lot of gear sets torn, like just destroyed lately. So it kind of, number 8's a good one.
Yep. Number 7 is a fuel system. Obviously, a lot of that stuff can be replaced, but if you want to run a factory fuel tank, make sure that fuel tank doesn't have holes in it. Especially if you're trying to go street car and not do like a fuel cell. Obviously, fuel system, and most of these older cars are going to be carburetors, so fuel lines, typically rot out. So inspect all of that stuff as well.
Yeah, for sure. And hey, here's a good one: brakes, bro. Check the brakes, because you can really get into a situation and end up spending a lot of money if there's no brakes there.
Yep. And then suspension. Obviously, suspension's important, so make sure you check that. Find out whether, all that stuff's got to be replaced. Do you need all new rubber bushings? Do you need shocks or struts? So check all that as well.
Yeah, and then some interior pieces. Are the hard to find things? Are they gone? There's only a few. There's many things that our boys up at Car Change 3D can print, but like, do you need to go into that right away?
And then number 3, wiring. Like, you can rewire things, but it's heck of a lot easier if the factory wiring is there to start with. At least you know where it's going and what it is, even if you do have to replace something.
Yeah, that's for sure. And of course, man, clean title and paperwork. This is something you've struggled with a little bit in the past on the Mustang. But it was a hassle, dude. Almost at one point, it was almost a deal breaker for you to keep the car. It was almost gone.
Yep. And then number 1, rust. Obviously, a lot of rust equals a lot of time and money replacing body panels and all of that. So do your inspection, check for rust everywhere.
Yeah, in all the specialty hidden places too. So I thought that was a great one. You can find that on the Summit Racing Equipment Facebook and YouTube page and all that kind of stuff. YouTube channel. Justin Wiedemann goes through the whole list of stuff as they start working on their project. I think it's a 74 Nova that they're working on. Yeah, bucket list mob. What's clean wiring? Yeah, nothing. There's no clean wiring ever.
Yeah, what's clean body panels?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's how you get them cheap. And I like rusty patina stuff. So a little rust doesn't bother me any, except like on the Suburban you and I were talking about before the show. It's got like a big hole in the back, and that drives me nuts. So start looking at how to replace that. No way, not doing all that work. Right. So know that going in. Drag drive repeat updates, y'all. I hinted at it earlier. I'm working on something really big. I would say I probably have another 8 days of like serious work. So I would say for that, be patient with us. We have Brian and Joe working on posts. Eric is working on stuff, of course, from the circuit and photos and things like that. We'll have stuff that'll be dropping from back to the streets while I'm up there. And Richard Brewer's coming up there with me as well. But like while I figure this stuff out, this is going to be a big deal, but I need just a little bit more time, hoping I can have a pretty good idea by Tuesday of next week if we'll be able to kind of announce this thing on June 1st, or if it'll be maybe the next couple weeks. Back to the streets. I'm headed out Friday. I had originally planned to leave in the morning, but dude, there's just so much going on here at my house and in my life, and with this other stuff I was just talking about, that I'm going to push it back a day. I'm going to go up Friday. I'm kind of excited to go hang out with these folks, dude. I hadn't been there since 2023. It's absolutely crazy. It's been that long.
Yeah.
I'm pumped. Richard Brewer's coming up there with me. He is on his way now, going to land about midnight up there, which will be kind of fun. So we'll have some drone footage. We'll have, he shoots stuff in 4K 120. Like, we're going to have some really nice stuff from up there. And of course, me with all the other normal stuff I do. I don't know how many photos I'll take, but I know there's a shitload of videos that I end up with. So Brian and I have been talking through plans. Probably going to do maybe a daily shorter video that's like a recap of some of the stuff I got that day, and then do one big video at the end that kind of combines all of that stuff with extras and everything like that. So back to the streets this week. I'm really excited. And this is going to sound dumb, but do you follow Ernesto's Mexican Restaurant on Facebook?
Do not.
Man, this dude's crazy. I love it. It's hilarious. He's always doing goofy shit. Well, it's on my way. So Friday, I'm leaving in enough time to hit Ernesto's for lunch. So I don't know why that thing ended up on my Facebook reels, but it is in Ernesto's Mexican Restaurant in Washington, Missouri. I'll be coming your way, buddy.
That's awesome.
That's going to be a good time. All right, next up, short circuit. I know we are past the circuit, so we're going to start kind of pushing this one. We do have the single day events coming up before them, but this is a big deal. This event is going to be absolutely insane. Tyler is excited, to say the least. I wanted to go ahead and announce that we will be doing registration will open for Drag Drive Repeat participants. That includes any of the circuits that you've entered, any of the single day events, any event that we have hosted under the Drag Drive Repeat banner will get early entry for this. Public registration will open on July 18th, July 17th for the returning Drag Drive Repeat participants. This event will sell out. I don't even know if we will go to the public. This is going to be a good one. And the reason I'm doing returning racers first is because y'all, you take care of us, we're going to take care of you. I promise. $150 entry. Shirts will be available for sale during the event, but I'm not going to include them in the entry. I can't do all of that for $150. Plus, I think sometimes we print shirts that people don't necessarily care to, like they want to have them as memorabilia, but it's just a side thing. So we're going to try it this way. We're going to see, if it helps to not have shirts printed on these smaller events. For the circuit, we will always print shirts, but what do we got here?
He said, who's the guy got a slip of 22 to get into the short circuit?
Hey, if that's who I think that is, bro, yeah. You know Jim Hopping is in the bucket list mob, bro. I hope it gets there, man. I hope it gets there. I think we need a standing order for a few people on the list of drag and drive racers, and we'll start working through those. Maybe we do some special invites or something like that, and let some special people in early. It's me. All right. I think that's it.
Got our race car friends members too that we gotta make sure that they get in too.
Dude, I mean 100%. They are always welcome. They'll always get the discounted rate. They'll always get anything that is special. Race car friends members will always get that. All right. I love this shot from I think this was 2 races ago, something like that, or 2 weekends ago. It's going to be so much fun there, dude. Like, this is the pits at George Ray's Wildcat Drag Strip. Like, shade? What, are you kidding me? Get out of here with that stuff.
Right.
It's going to be so great, man.
Yeah, all especially in November too.
Oh, it's going to be perfect. All right, sir. Let's hit it, man. Talk to us about some driven stuff.
All right.
Hey, it's Brandon from Fort Smith, Arkansas here. Driven Racing Oil is a performance engine oil that can do it all. GP1 is the ultimate oil for any race or performance application. Whether launching hard at the drag strip and during the extreme heat of off-road and circle track, or pushing the limits in top-fueled drag boats and demo derbies, winning racers choose GP1. Compatible with engines from classic hot rods to cutting-edge race machines, GP1's unique surface cleaning and high zinc formulation ensures superior wear protection, particularly for flat tappet camshafts, while solving issues like cylinder washout with methanol and ethanol fuels. Crafted from the legendary Bradford, Pennsylvania base oil and enhanced with state-of-the-art additive packages, GP1 offers the best in protection and performance.
All right.
Bucket list says I'm special, like plastic helmet special.
I knew I liked that guy.
Code DDR10 is your discount code for drivenracingoil.com. Again, anything on their website, oil, cleaners, degreasers, anything like that, use code DDR10 and get you 10% discount. So May events here, obviously Turn and Burn is done. Back to the streets like we just talked about, starts today, May 20th at Bunker Hill. So this will be kicking off. I don't know. I don't have the schedule offhand, so I don't know exactly.
We're going to cover it in a few minutes.
Okay, perfect. So that starts today. Drop the Hammer, May 28th through 31st at Mid-Michigan Motorplex, 8 days away. And then ending out May, 6 Speed Fest, the 28th through 30th at Beach Bend Raceway is also 8 days away. So we are in our final events of May, and then we go into our rapid fire month of June. So
that's the best
tons
way
of events here. Yeah. Street Weekend, June 4th through 7th. Streetcar Challenge, also June 4th through 7th. Alaska Speed Week, the 8th through 13th. Rocky Mountain Race Week, the 5th through 12th. Six Summer, 15th through 20th. BC Drag It Challenge, the 17th through 22nd. Two-Lane Throwdown, June 20th. Home Quarter Dragon Drive, the 19th through 21st. East Coast Dragon Drive, the 26th through 28th. Great American Detour, the 27th through July 4th. And Buckeye Skips, the 29th through the 3rd. And I will get countdowns on our next episode for all of these because they're coming up really quick.
Dude, it's crazy to think that we're 10 days from the end of May. May is still 2 months from now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, wow. So those first few events, the 4th, you're talking like 14 days.
Jeez, that's insane.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pretty wild. Again, 50 events for the year. Again, dragdriverepeat.com/event list-2026 is where you can find that list of all of the events so far that we have for this season.
Yeah, it's crazy. I love it. There's just 50 events is a lot, bro.
It is for sure. Again, appreciate Driven Racing Oil for the event updates. Again, code DDR10 for 10% discount. And that's going to move us right in here to the J-Wire segment. So I'll hit this ad read, and then we'll talk about some J-Wire stuff.
What's up, guys? My name is Cole from Fort Worth, Texas. Expert car and marine wiring solutions that you can trust. J-Wire Solutions can wire and plumb your hot rod, your race car, hell, even your drag and drive car. Plus, they offer products to make your driving experience way better, like their blinker module that is just a must for all drag and drive cars. This module will allow your rear turn signals to continue to function while the brake pedal is applied, just like stock. Find all the details at jwiresolutions.com.
All right, so for the J-Wire section, we're going to cover the Peak Streetcar Shootout that happened over the weekend at Joliet Route 66 Raceway. But first, wanted to give a shout out here to J-Wire. They made a post that they are somewhere between 7 and 17 orders short of their 200th order on their website. So that's pretty incredible. Says we've been on a tear, crushing our sales numbers from last year. So they said we're going to hit you with 2 announcements. The first was the Memorial Day sale going into effect already through Monday. 10% off orders, $100, up to $100, and 15% on orders over $100. And secondly, they're going to discount 100% off of the 200th order, up to $200, as a way of saying thank you for the continued support. So I think that's super awesome. I just included a couple photos here of products that was listed on their site, and I'm really tempted to put an order in for that one on the right there, that tray. I got to see them use that at the circuit, pop that out when they were replacing the gasket on the throttle body, and seeing it in person in use looks pretty handy.
Yeah, I'm in. Let's do that. The question
Uh,
is, though, do you wait? Do you wait till it's closer to 200, like till Sunday night? Do you order today? Try to get in, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's gonna be great, man.
How do you know where he didn't give you an exact number. He just said between 7 and 17 away.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So big shout out to J-Wire Solutions for, again, 200 orders on the website. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So like we mentioned, the Peak Streetcar Shootout happened this weekend. So just kind of going over some of these. You want to go through the photos as I cover these. So first round here was Alex Taylor and Nick Cryer. Alex went a 661 at 220 miles an hour to Nick Cryer's 1121 at 118. So
But I
Alex
bet he
Taylor,
did a bigger wheelie.
oh, I guarantee you he did. Maybe even a bigger burnout. I don't know. And then the second matchup in round one was Nick Taylor with a 681 at 203 versus Tom Bailey, busting out a 925 at 147 in that new car that he brought out, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
And then our the third race was Dave Schroeder, went 650 at 190, but then the car broke.
Oh, damn.
So big bummer there. And then Goldstone had a solo run, which I didn't catch what his time was for that one.
It was fast.
I'm sure it was. So then we go into the second round. So Dave Schroeder was obviously broke, so he was set to race Nick Taylor. Nick went a 683 at 193 for that one. And then the other matchup here was Alex Taylor and Goldstone. Alex Taylor went a 667 at 219. Goldstone went a 660 at 218. That had to have been a race right there.
Wow. Yeah, that would be awesome for the fans in the stands to know these are street cars. They've driven on the street, this weekend, all that kind of stuff, and then they're just side by side in the mid 6 second range. That's badass.
Yeah, 200 miles an hour, cars that have been on multiple drag and drive events. So, yeah, pretty awesome. So that put us in the finals, Goldstone versus Nick Taylor. And Goldstone bumping in had a CO2 leak and red lit. So Nick Taylor went a 667 at 215, taking the win for that.
Dude, that's fast.
Yeah. His
Incredibly
last
fast.
round two, he won a 683 at 193, and then this one he won a 667 at 215.
Wow. What did he run at Turn and Burn? Hold on just a second. Let me look this up.
In round one, he won a 681 at 203. So 681, 683 to a 667.
Yeah, he went 678 on day one of Turn and Burn. Wow. And then after that, he went 843 and a 791.
Yeah. Derek Putnam said Nick's new personal best, too.
That's incredible. That's so cool.
So big shout out to Nick for winning that one. That's pretty awesome to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, congratulations to him, man. That's badass.
And then obviously they did some drive-in through town, through Joliet. Some great photos here by Megan Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
And then they ended up at the Polka Dot Drive-In, which had some super cool photos there as well. So here's a couple more photos, and then here's the Polka Dot Inn. Seeing all the race cars, like, to me, that's the perfect spot to go hang out.
That's the shot, right? That one right there under the drive-in awning and all the cool cars.
Yep.
Tom McGilton's car, though, I see it here. Did he not make a pass? Or he was probably one of the ones that couldn't make the call.
Yeah, he made a pass on, I think it was Thursday, went 717 at 174 and ended up with some problems with the car and then wasn't able to finish.
Wow. Man, I love that car.
But yeah, looked like an awesome time. Definitely wish I had some more time to go check that out, but
Hmm.
looked awesome.
Yeah. And I love the peak antifreeze.
Isn't
Wow.
that thing gnarly?
Oh, man, I'm all over that. Yeah, great stuff here. Yeah, great shots. Megan Taylor, man, she has a great eye. She's been around, this kind of content collection for a long time, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sweet. Well, that
Sweet.
wraps up the J-Wire segment. Again, go get some J-Wire products and get a chance to try to get that 100% off order on the 200th order. But if not,
Mhm.
10% off of 100, everything up to 100 and 15% off over 100.
That's awesome. Oh man, and real quick before we move on, Rodney Reeves, buddy, I'm sorry. I've been so busy. I don't have the next Backbone of Dragon Drive article outro written yet, so I will do that tomorrow. I'm putting it on my list right now for that. He's been doing a great job with that, so that'll drop in the morning. How cool! All right, well, let's move into some Molly Motorsports stuff, and hit the play button here, and then we're going to talk about some fun things.
Looking for a forged piston kit for your vehicle? You need Molly Motorsport Power Pack. What is Power Pack? It's the ultimate forged piston kit that comes complete with pistons, performance file fit rings, hot string steel pins, and clips, all engineered to work together, so all you have to do is build something great. Find your Power Pack at mollymotorsport.com.
Oh, for sure. Molly Motorsport, man, we appreciate them. Appreciate Scott and the team over there. Let's talk about some streetcar takeover Dragon Drive winners. Freaking awesome here. Miss Abby Larson in the quarter mile Queens. They were racing in Tulsa the other day, and I think we probably need to follow this a little more. I think there's probably a lot of Dragon Drive racers that race in streetcar takeover. I mean, dude, they've got, I don't know, 20 events or 18 events or something like that. So we'll start paying a little more attention to the winners in this event style and stuff like that, because again, if we can help push people to, race over there, keeps their car going and keeps them ready and street worthy and all that kind of cool stuff. Abby Larson took home the win in quarter mile Queens. And then Kylie Reynolds in that new car that he came out and was one of the top 3 people at the circuit and ended up with that sick week wild card. He took home King of the Bakery. Wonderful name for the roll race.
Yes.
Wonderful name. Love that. And then also that was on Friday. And then Saturday, he entered the street race class and won that one. Pretty freaking cool.
Still blown away on just getting that car and top 3 at the circuit. And then this, I mean, that's badass.
Yeah, hang on just a second. So I know we've talked about him running 4s and all that kind of stuff and how impressive all that was. But let me roll back through here. And he was asking, so March 23rd, he bought this car. He said, ran out of time getting my projects finished, so went and bought me a car this weekend so I can make the race. Dude, March 23rd.
Yeah, so in less than 2 months, top 3 at the circuit.
Yeah,
and that's just what we know of.
Oh yeah, I mean that's incredible, and I'm sure he had some things he had to touch on it, once he got it. So that's badass to see that car make that kind of turn that quick, And then Gibson Freighter, who you guys know from probably Texas 2K. This is a stick shift car. This car is incredible to watch. It's just badass. He won the street race class on Friday night, so that was a fun one to come across him doing that. He is a Tulsa resident, and so he races at Tulsa Raceway Park quite a bit. And then Wesley Lovelace. Oh, there's another one to Kylie. Sorry. I didn't put Wesley in here. Sorry, Wes. Suck. Wes won the 1150 index race, and then in the post where I had made saying, congratulations everybody, all that kind of stuff, he said he's coming for that 11.0 index or 12.0 index at Rocky Mountain Race Week here in just a few weeks.
Oh wow. Bring
Yeah.
it on.
So bring it on is what I'm saying. Let's go. I'm ready. So that's Streetcar Takeover Tulsa news that, of course, Dragon Drive Racers. And I'll have to look and see if they have a way I can pull, um, like racer names and stuff in easy way. So then I could do some Excel stuff and see, because there's more. I know there is. I just don't know how to, don't know where to find that stuff because I don't, add that to my list of shit that we're gonna that we're doing. So, um, Strange Engineering Ronnie Buff Memorial King of the South race this weekend at Shadyside. I know this is a heads up eliminations race. This isn't a drag and drive race, but dude, there's some hitters in this thing, and I can't wait. So let's walk through some $75,000 to win. Our boy won last year. Mr. Larry Larson won last year. Told Corey Stamper, who was on the West Buck show today, he said, he texted him. He said, "Coming for a 2 for 2." So we know where his mind's at. Our guy Rye Klemp, who was on a couple weeks ago with Mike Finnegan and Joe, he's going to be the announcer all weekend, which is freaking awesome. We love Rye and his stories are great. Nick Taylor, who you just talked about at NHRA, is headed out that way as well in the car. So all the testing they did at NHRA is probably going to be good stuff for this one. I don't know. That car probably ran on a big tire out there, will not be running on a big tire here. This is a 28-10-5 race. So this will be kind of fun to watch. Jimmy Dale is going to be in Bill Lutz's black car. You guys have seen it. That is a small tire car that is got a huge screw blower on it. I mean, this car's been 380s or something like that with Jimmy behind the wheel, and has won the event before in the past. Bill Lutz is also in another car that's his out there racing as well. 64 people signed up in this.
Oof.
Yeah, like big time names. And then a name you will be familiar with, Mr. Josh Davis. Is going to be over in his own car, not in the Mustang this time. Going to be over on Slicks. I sent Devin a message asking which one they were going to be in, and he said, "We don't know what we're doing on Slicks, but we're going to give it a shot." I texted him back. I said, "Dude, if anybody can figure it out in a short amount of time, it's those dudes."
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, going to be pretty awesome. I talked about, let me see if I can find my post for Little Gangsters, because we know John Mankia replied back that he was going to be there in Little Gangsters, and that's for 30 grand, dude.
Dude, 30 grand is wild. 64 car again. Yeah, 15,000 to win on Saturday, 15,000 to win on Sunday.
Yeah, off the trailer at Shadyside. You better hope you have some data. Well, and man, the great thing about Little Gangsters, it really is bringing out so many. I don't know. It is a fast car. 530 is very fast. You get no time slips. You get no testing. I mean, dude, all you get is a wind light if you got it,
Right.
And you got it, and you need to be running like low 30s. I mean, 31 or 2 at the slowest to really be competitive in this class.
Yeah.
I wonder if Mike Hollis is going over there. I know doing these shows on Wednesday nights is so tough because so many people are traveling, especially for this event.
Yeah.
Let me look up Michael Hollis real quick, because he's like the winningest racer out, the winningest Little Gangster racer out there.
Really?
I think he won 6 events last year.
Dang.
Or in this last year. I don't see it here where he's saying no. Yeah, I mean, he won. Did he win it the other night? Did he win it this last weekend? Yeah, he won it at Tulsa for Streetcar Takeover.
Really?
So he's probably sitting on that money. He's just like, you know what? I'll let them duke it out there. Or maybe, I don't know. I didn't see a list. That is one of the hardest things about this race is like you see the invitational, you see some of the posts. They had one listing for the King of the South with the racer names on it that had been invited, but that was all I saw. And dude, in there, I'm like Ryan Martin, the Firebird, Casey Max was headed out there, but has now changed his mind because of the forecast. This is going to be going. It's actually on Flow Racing this weekend, I think. So maybe we'll see some of that on Amazon Prime.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Some of the, Thursday or Friday qualifying or something like that. So that should be fun. As of right now, good luck to John Mankia. I know there's more Drag and Drive racers in Little Gangsters, but we'll find out, and we'll be updating that over the next couple of days as well. Larry Larson, that's where my money's at. That dude's a beast in that car. All right,
No doubt.
let's talk about some back to the street stuff, sir. Why don't you lead us in here, and I'm gonna message Adam and tell him we're ready if he's ready.
Yep. Tommy Hawkinson, obviously running in Little Gangsters too.
Sweet.
All right, back to the streets again. Thursday, here's a schedule. Motor Mania TV is the live stream again at Wabash County Dragway, and racing began today at 4 p.m. It looks like it says there.
Not racing today. I think they were just doing tech today, right? Yeah, Wednesday.
Oh yeah. I'm already a day ahead of myself.
Yeah, hang on now. Yeah, I think they were doing tech. Jesse Fox was over there, and he had a couple shorts or reels of him walking around the pits looking at stuff. And dude, it looked like there's a ton of cars there.
Yep. So Thursday, tomorrow, is when racing begins at 4 p.m. Not today. Again, live stream on Motor Mania TV.
Yep, and they're at Bunker Hill today, and they'll drive in the morning to Wabash Valley. Wabash Valley, I think is how you say it. Wabash. I think it's in Terre Haute, so I think it's right down the street from Jesse Fox. So he'd be able to stay at his own house instead of in the car or on a hotel. But knowing him, he's probably out in the parking lot.
I was going to say, yeah. I would bet. I kind of like that idea because they start out at Bunker Hill, drive to Wabash County Dragway, then to Wagler, then to Brown County, and then they finish at Bunker Hill.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Dustin Peterson saying going to make Little Gangsters my next year's goal.
Bring it on.
That dude can definitely do it. And as consistent as he is in 850 stuff, that doesn't take anything for him to get there. And then your dad, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then Wabash Valley, and then they're going to Wagler, and that's where I'm going to leave Friday morning early. Again, hit lunch at Ernesto's Mexican restaurant, and then over to Wagler Motorsports Park to finish up the day. I think this is going to be a great day of racing, and if not, some of the stuff Matt has been working on is definitely going to crush it if it does get the R word over there. So,
and then I assume you're going to be around for Brown County,
bro. Are you ready? I don't know if you're ready. Brown County, I'm in.
And you mentioned Dirty Panda is going to be there as well. Yep. So keep an eye out on his page for, again, photos, videos, all that stuff. There, Richard is right there. So going to be awesome to see what he posts for all of that. Going to be cool.
Yeah, I figured I'd grab a couple shots that he took during the circuit, and then that's what he looks like if you're looking for the Dirty Panda himself. That's what he looks like. Here's some of the photos that he can get you if you're looking for a package. He definitely has those. And man, yeah, I'm excited about Brown County mainly for the opportunity to be at that track. And you think about it, like, dude, I'll have Brown County and George Race in the same year. That's gonna be a pretty good one.
Yeah, no doubt.
Rovic saying, so want to run Brown County one day. Dude, I agree. And especially this, I mean, no prep and Brown County and a drag and drive. Dude, it's like the trifecta. Yeah. Richard Brewer's on the way right now. He is driving, said he's going to be there about midnight tonight. So
awesome.
Yeah.
And then Jacob Szynski, promoter of the I-57 Drag and Drive, is also going to be there, which is pretty awesome to see.
And then John Marecki, I think, man, I wish I'd put the photo in here. That dude's car, it's like the Olds Cutlass. It's like white that has the wire wheels on it that are hubcaps, but like the back has a 275 tire on it.
Yeah.
Primo stuff, dude. The first time I saw them was at Back to the Streets, and he had the exhaust just dumped out the front fenders, like down under the fender, and he has now, put turbos there. So
Bring it on.
Yeah. Cool. Adam Dorey said he's on his way. He said, "Hold tight, please." So we'll have him in a few minutes. I feel like I'm going very fast today. Adam Hodson, defending champion out there in the small tire class, and then Austin Sanchez has signed up and will be there, which he won the first 2 or 3, I think. So this is the matchup to watch. I'm telling you. The way Back to the Streets is set up is you basically it's some big crazy formula that Matt has, but like winners race winners every day. You have like an A, B, and C bracket. I mean, like it's really, really an interesting way to do heads up racing every day and a drag and drive because I mean, like if you were eliminated in a normal race, you just go home, but you don't want to do that in a drag and drive. So
Right.
you know, winners, winners, losers, losers, winners, losers. I mean, you have like this whole kind of bracket style setup. But I did love the artwork here on the right with the no prep drag and drive and the the rooftop tent on top of the DeLorean. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and
And
it
then,
looks like they're doing a free entry for all of the 2026 winners.
yeah, this is
So,
badass.
yeah, said we're going to continue to push the envelope on giving back to the racers and back to the streets. This year, 9 lucky class winners will get free entry into the 2027 Back to the Streets. With the format, you don't have to win every race to come out on top. So pretty awesome there. That's a good deal.
Yep. And then you guys will be able to watch all of this live for free on the Motor Mania TV channel on YouTube. And I don't know if they'll do it on Facebook, but they will be doing it on YouTube. So put that on your TV. Let me see if I thought I had it in here at one point. Oh yeah, this is the Motor Mania right here. So, well, John Doherty said he's watching from the event. I can't wait, dude. I'm ready to hang out with that guy and not be running an event when I'm hanging out with that dude. I feel like that's been the only time that, or when we're on the Gearhead Perspective podcast with him. So
Did he win the free entry
he
for
did.
the race car memberships? That's what I thought.
Yep. Yep. So I think that was one of the first ones we gave away was the Back to the Streets, and he won it. And dude, I can't wait to see that car over here. It's going to be awesome. And again, he's kind of like the Brown County is the reason he's kind of going that experience. And then like that, he's one of the guys that is really jazzed up about the George Ray's Wildcat drag strip. So like, you know, again, drag and drive, giving people reasons to do stuff.
And then covering the tracks one more time here, Thursday, May 21st, which is tomorrow at Wabash Valley Raceway, Friday the 22nd at Wagler Motorsports Park, Saturday the 23rd at Brown County, and Sunday the 24th at Bunker Hill Drag Strip.
Yeah, and real quick before we bring Adam on, what do you think about starting at one track to unload and do all that stuff, and then like actually starting your racing at your, you know, air quotes second track? I think it allows you to add an extra track in there, and you never double up, so you don't have the data from both tracks.
Yeah, because like a lot of our events, we start at Tulsa, and then end up back at Tulsa. But this way, you still start and end at the same track. Technically, you're just not racing that first day,
Yeah.
which I do like it because, I mean, Wabash, Wagler, Brown County, and Bunker Hill. I mean, 4 tracks, 4 days on a weekend style drag and drive is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I think it's interesting for sure. And I want to see people's reaction to doing tech and stuff on Wednesday. Could we move the circuit a day forward? That way, if we run into some moisture in the air, you could just scoot it back a day,
Yeah.
or grab you an extra day at the end of track. So I don't know. Pretty interesting there. Again, big shout out to Matt Lang for all of his work on Back to the Streets, and thanks to the Molly team over there. Not just sponsors, they're also racers. George Wright and his 800 probably horsepower duster now for this year, and of course Eric Grillio over there in the Stick Shift Nova, one of my favorite cars in all of Drag and Drive. That thing is my jam. Rodney Reeves says, I'm gonna have my 55 at George Ray somehow, some way. You better, dude. You better. Eric will be getting us some countdown times figured out over the next few weeks for that one. But I'm telling you, it's coming up. November sounds like a long way from right now, but it's really about 5.5 months.
Oh
Does
yeah,
that scare you? Does that scare you a little bit?
that'd be yeah, that's wild.
Yep. All right, man. Let's do this, and then we'll bring in Mr. Adam Dorey.
All right, we'll appreciate all of our race car friends for being in here through the first 45 minutes of the show, all of our updates. Again, Adam Dorey going to be jumping on here very shortly. Again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the shares. Thanks for all the comments. Appreciate all of you guys. And again, all of our sponsors wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for all of these companies here: Summit Racing Equipment, Deechworks, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cams, J-Wire Solutions, Avco Racing Products, Performabuilt Transmissions, Car Chains 3D, Low Dollar Motorsports, Power Tube TV, and Racing Junk. And then go ahead and kick off the first segment here with Performabuilt. Performabuilt is the official transmission builder of Drag Drive Repeat. At Performabuilt Transmissions, their goal is to engineer and build the toughest transmissions on the planet. Performabuilt doesn't just rebuild transmissions, they systematically re-engineer each model to eliminate OEM flaws and to achieve the highest levels of performance. That is why they say their transmissions are not just built, they are Performabuilt.
Well, I'm excited about this dude being on here, so let's bring him on. Mr. Adam Dorey, the airborne announcer himself, the man, the myth, the legend, the dude that does it all. Dude, I'm glad you're here. Thank you.
I'm glad to be here, dude. Yeah, and you said I need an easy guest to kind of bring back on, and I was like, you know what? I'm easy. Let's go.
You are easy.
Totally. I know we kind of had like a little outline or whatever that we were going to rock tonight, but I do need to mention, man, the number one thing I get asked all the time right now is how is the legal battle going? And man, I because we just talked about Back to the Streets, Matt, as of today, the first day of his event, got a cease and desist order today.
Oh, wow.
So for folks that think that this is still, it's not happening, it's not, whatever, we've squashed it. We have not. It's still happening. He does still technically own that trademark, so he is in his right to do his thing. But we are still working on canceling that. So just to start with that, the USPTO, we've been on hold since January. For as fast as they were initially, holy moly, we've been waiting 4 months to move back one step. And it was kind of a weird deal. His initial lawyer said, yes, we're in, sounds good, move back. He hired another lawyer. I guess he maybe didn't like that answer. Hired another lawyer from that same big law firm in Chicago. And they said, wait, no, we don't want to do that. So we said, well, we were told yes, then we were told no. We need help from the board to look at this. As of even like a week ago, my lawyer sent a request, just, hey, what are we doing? The same day they got back to us and said, we'll let you know when we know. So we're just stuck. We're kind of stuck in the mud on that one. Like I said, 4 months we've been waiting. So
that's probably the plan. You know what I mean? Like
right. Yeah.
They see hard stuff like the PTO, the USPTO patent office or whatever, and they're like, this one's tough.
Yeah, we'll throw that in the back.
Stuff.
And exactly. So whatever, man. We're just stuck. It is what it is. We're bet your ass we're canceling that. So
timing on that one. I mean, dude, the day of. I mean, how many posts has Matt made?
I'm just saying. It's probably not an accident.
Not at all.
No,
not at all.
Is what it is. So, so whatever, dude, there's that. The other side, yeah, dude, Galen, that's what we're doing. The defamation side is in the same kind of, we're stuck right now. He has asked for a hearing, and that's for them to either keep or throw out my countersuit for a frivolous lawsuit. So we're waiting on timeline and stuff for that. Is what it is, but that's the number one question I get all the time. And I figured it was a perfect deal because we were just talking about Back to the Streets.
Yeah.
And he reached out and said, yeah, just got this today. So, yep, it's still happening. It's still a thing. And I'm still fighting on both fronts. I do have some interesting stuff coming on the defamation side, but until it's like happening, until like we have seeds planted, until it's like happening, I'm keeping that on the DL. But yes, I'm still fighting the fight. I'm still doing my thing. But right now we're just sort of stuck. But thanks to everyone who has donated. Thanks to everyone who has bought merch from people who are donating from that. It's been super duper cool. I am in the black. If that becomes to be not the case, then I will let people know. But yes, currently in the black. I've got a little bit of extra. I believe that my patent attorney, trademark attorney, is probably going to end up needing some more money here soon. However, until I am in the red, I'm not going to ask for any more. So everything's cool. If you continue supporting those companies that are and that have been doing that, then that's stuff that's kind of still rolling in. And I get like occasional just weird little blips of money here and there. Whatever. But like I said, for right now, I'm not putting out any EPBs. And since I don't have any new info, I'm not really giving any new info. But just know he's still out there. He's still doing his thing. Beware. And until it's canceled, I see no reason why he won't just continue doing that.
Interesting. I wonder, NHRA. I mean, like
he's still. That's a lot of yes. You should that is a thing. Yes. So Dino, who is Carl Steamy, was the only person on my podcast to ever pass out. So if you missed that one, go back and check it out.
That's a great one.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and just skip right to about the halfway point.
Right. His wife ended up finishing the podcast with me. Dude, it was great. She was like, he's out. Unfortunately, he went to go take a leak, and now he is not upright anymore. He
is asleep. He sat down in the recliner, said, I need a break for just a minute.
Indeed. The other new thing that's going on with me is I am a Motion Raceworks employee now.
That's one thing I didn't make in the notes, but I wanted to talk about for sure.
Totally. It's a super cool deal. I've been kind of working with Doug and Andy kind of behind the scenes since about Christmas time.
Oh, cool.
And we've been just trying to kind of make sure everything made sense with everyone and what's going on. But I am my official title is I am an online liaison. I am, and I'm doing some kind of light sales from that, and really that's sort of the like the guy in the Hellcat forum saying, "What's the best catch can to run?" Okay, check out this catch can,
right?
That kind of thing, and then looking for people having problems fitting stuff or whatever, getting those in the right inboxes, and very very cool deal. It's been a very symbiotic deal. I've been to Iowa now. I kind of learned from those guys a little bit, and it's like drinking from a fire hose. But
they're like, I kind of learned some things about the business, and you're like, okay.
Good luck. There's something like 12 5-axis Haas machines in Iowa right now.
Gosh.
And I'm like looking at them like, what? Huh? But now they're making fuel pumps, but they do like all of the fuel pumps in-house. The only thing they don't do is cut the actual gears for the pump, for the oil and fuel pump, but they cut the stock and they send it out to a place actually over in Chicago, and they zip the gears and make them a matched pair and then ship them back as a matched pair. Super, super cool stuff. Like all of that's happening right there in house, and all those machines, TBM's got their own, and Mark Williams is starting to get theirs as well. They're able to make anything in the catalog any one of those machines.
Wow.
So, like Mark Williams machines can make TBM brake stuff, and TBM brakes machines can make motion
huge.
racework stuff. And the other really cool thing is that now you've got East Coast, you've got Midwest, and you've got further west now with Colorado. They can stock a lot of their higher selling items in closer locations so that your shipping time is less.
I mean, that's huge. That's huge for them, especially and for customers, but to be able to make the logistics work. Plus, like if you had a run on some crazy part, that you just can't produce out of your Iowa location fast enough, throw 2 machines at each location on it. Now suddenly you're caught up. Wow.
Exactly. Yep. It's a super cool deal. And then the new machine that they're going to have, they'll do an unveiling for. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. But really the big thing is right now is they're building it so that it can run overnight without needing to have like a shift of people there.
Oh, sweet.
So they can come in, they can leave on a weekend. And they can have these pallets all loaded with raw materials, and the machine plus a robot will run the thing all weekend long. And when you get in on Monday, you just need to put new raw material in and take the finished pieces off of the spindles and get them ready for assembly or anodizing or whatever. But all of that stuff happens in that little area. The anodizer is really close to them in Iowa. They have a powder coater that comes down, and he's a close guy over there as well. So it's all a very close knit thing, and it's cool to be a part of. So
and then the money savings there for not having to ship that stuff everywhere. You're not shipping it to Texas to have it powder coated and spending that money. That's cool.
Yeah, no, it's super awesome, and I love it. I've been there 2 months. It feels like I've been there 2 days, and. Yeah, man, it's an absolute blast, and I can't wait to talk about when I've been there 3 years and 30 years and whatever.
Now, think about all the cool shit you did back when you sold
sprinkler parts.
Sprinkler parts, and compare that now you're doing that kind of stuff, but on a cooler scale with cool parts.
That's what a buddy of mine said. He was like, "Man, you got pretty good at selling sprinkler parts that you don't give a shit about." Now you're actually selling something you care about. Like you might do pretty good at that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I might.
That's awesome. Well, big shout out from Josh Rich here. Says Adam's been a big part of helping promote Tucker's Capri build and slinging parts.
That's Crapri. If you look, the spelling is correct.
Crapri, not Capri.
It's the Crapri. Yep, that is the Crapri. And that has been such a cool deal. Once we found out that Tucker's family was good. And everyone kind of made it through. We were like, screw it, let's build him a hot rod, dude. Like, we're going to bring him out and we're going to show him a good time. And kind of every year, either before, during, or after, we end up with someone that needs something. And it's cool for everyone to kind of get together and make that happen one way or another, however that kind of works. And Cassie, hell yes, let's do Big Sky Race Week is going to be off the chain this year. We are going to see if I can maybe have 7 old fashions and work the next day.
If you start early, you can.
No, we get starting at the end of the day.
No way.
No, we're just gonna go for it. Yeah, man, it's a good time.
I'm not hanging out with y'all that night.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Wuss.
No,
Wuss, that's how you do it in Montana, man. It's Big Sky country.
It's Big Sky up there. Big Sky, big drinks, all that stuff.
That's right. But no, dude. So we're doing all kinds of we were just talking. I'm just getting that was Kevin. Yes, Cassie. But just getting off of Going to Towns tour, which was crazy awesome.
Oh yeah.
Derek from Vice Grip Garage, along with O'Reilly Auto Parts, put on a little mini power tour, and man,
where was this thing? I was trying to figure it out.
It was all in South Dakota. So we went from the Black Hills into the Badlands and back.
How cool.
It was gangster, man. It was so much fun. I took the little Honda. That's my father-in-law's Cougar. And he was, we just kind of snuck him in. He didn't actually sign up. We were like, it's a free country. You can come do what you want.
Wherever he wants to.
Yeah, I mean, let's go, dude. But no, we had an absolute blast. It was about 500 miles, I think, something like that, all said and done. And we came home every night, so we added some mileage. But the little Honda, man, the little Honda ruled. That thing was great. It's a 90.
It's so cool, man.
Dude, it's a 91 Civic wagon, and the like piece de la resistance is it's 4-wheel drive. There are very this thing's super duper rare. There's very few of them around, and what happened is the Honda drag race community found out that all of those Civic parts will fit into an Integra or a Civic or any of the smaller like RSX, TSX, all of that stuff, and you can build an all-wheel drive, whatever. But the wagon stuff is all good for like 1,000 horsepower and like 8s.
That's insane.
With no aftermarket parts.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. The CRV stuff is actually way smaller and works different and is nowhere near as strong. So a bunch of the drag racers have picked those apart and taken those pieces out. But I found a squeaky clean little gem out of Denver area, and I've kind of hot rodded it a little bit. I put a VTEC head on it.
Nice.
It is not fast.
Oh, come on!
It is not fast. But it is a blast. We had a really really good time, and it's cool to go in something kind of different that you don't maybe care about quite as much, and whatever, dude.
I think the fun thing about that car too is like we're in a spot in our age bracket. Eric's probably a little young for it, but like cool cars like this are always going to be cool. Now they weren't cool 15 years ago, but they're cool now, especially with how kind of unique this thing is. Like you don't see many of the wagons, you don't see any of the all-wheel drives that aren't just clapped out. So super cool, man.
No, it's neat, and it's I've been kind of daily driving it, and like I said, I put a VTEC head on it. I just built today a 2.5-inch exhaust for it. That actually I built one yesterday. My newfound welding skills. I took a welding class at a community college.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Over the winter, and so yeah, I glued one together yesterday with just two glass packs in it. And Stevie hated it. She's like, nope. No way, can't, no way. Way too like sounding. We're out. So I cut it apart and I put a turbo muffler in place of one of them. And nice. It's acceptable. It's not it's still a little but yeah, dude, whatever.
But you would never know that if you didn't do that. So yeah.
No, exactly. And it's one of the old, it's fun. It's more fun to drive a slow car fast than a fast car slow. Like that car fits that to a T. But we took it because we were like, hey, we're gonna we have AC. It's gonna get pretty good mileage. It swills on cheap gas, and none of that was true. The new head raised the compression to like 10-1, so it knocked like crazy. It gets crappy gas mileage. It might get 20 miles a gallon, and then the AC decided that it wasn't going to work at all. So yeah, so three strikes. But whatever, man, it'll go 80, and it's a fun little pocket rocket, dude. That thing is. That's nuts. And it's one of those that no one knows, but when you get the one guy that knows,
he's like, dude, what is this?
Yeah. Oh my God, you have one.
He's like, hey, would you want to sell it? I need those parts.
I get offered all the time. I had a guy in like an F-350 nearly run me off the road trying to get me to roll the window down. And how many miles are on that thing? I'm like, 260. He's like, it looks like it's got 30,000 miles on it. Is it for sale?
That's
no.
Awesome.
I mean, yes, but no. I mean, it would be stupid money because I love it. It's awesome.
How fun. So what does that
Everything's
mean
for
for the
sale.
other project cars?
Man, I've got everything is working right now. I can't believe it.
Nice.
But everything needs a little bit of work.
Mhm.
The Cadillac stick shift CTSV first gen, Stevie has pretty much stolen that from me.
Yeah.
She was kind of dailying that to work and stuff. But it's got an 8.8 swap in the back, which is the only way to make those things live. They have like a piddly like 6 7/8 ring gear from the factory. It's just terrible, and they're known for wheel hopping and just blowing that thing to shreds. On top of that, the inner axles are 27 spline, so they're just little itty bitty, and that thing's a 4,000-pound stick shift car with an LS2, so it's got some power. But put an 8.8 in it, but it needs a ring and pinion. It wasn't set up right, and that thing makes so much freaking noise. And it's the perfect frequency to match with my tinnitus.
Oh.
And so I hear nothing when we drive that car. I mean, nothing. Stevie can have a full-on conversation with me, and I will hear 0 words of it.
You're like, man, she hasn't really been saying anything. This
right?
Is
yeah,
I just
look over.
cruising.
She's sleeping, and I'm like, great. And then I look over, and she's mad at me because she's been talking to me for 30 minutes about whatever, and I'm like, why? So it's okay. It's parked. It runs, drives. I just need to put a ring and pinion in it. But luckily, I work for Motion Raceworks, who also owns Mark Williams. So they have ring and pinions. Yeah. And I get an employee discount.
Nice.
So
nice.
Yeah, we're gonna make that happen.
Yeah. And usually, if you drop them, you get them cheaper.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I was putting this in a package.
Yeah. Whoops.
Sorry.
I also got into Drag Week. So I'll be at Drag Week, but I am bringing back my Malibu. It'll be 10 years since I blew the automatic up at Drag Week in 2016. So this is like our 10-year reunion, and I'm bringing Brad back as my co-pilot.
Awesome.
That is, for folks that don't know, an NA 6-liter with a big Crowler cam in it, and it's got a face-plated T56, and I switched it recently to a 456 gear. So it's gonna be a little rowdy, but the T56 has a 0.5 sixth gear. So so the 456 is like a 225. Once you get on the highway, but so it's going to come back to do wheelies and try to outrun its 1150 cert, because I'm not putting a bar in that car ever.
Nice. I don't blame you. And 1150 is fast enough for a car built for burnouts and all that fun stuff.
Totally, and especially an NA car and a stick car.
Yeah,
that's a pretty rowdy NA stick car. So I'm for it. And then my Monza, because I'm an idiot and I put money in cars worth no money. I have a.
It has a great
Monza.
history.
Oh, dude, it was my first car. It's the exact car. I sold it. I got it back. It is at FM Fab at Vince Rui's joint, and it was initially getting an 850 cage and a 9-inch, and now it's getting an 850 cage and a 9-inch and an LS swap and a turbo kit,
Nice.
and a parachute and a bunch of other crap. But that should be a little gangster's car, 530 kind of thing. And it'll probably just be a race car for at least a while until I figure it out. But it'll probably run pretty good with like an 850 class, maybe a 90 class kind of thing. But it's a relatively small force performance 8082 with 383 iron block LS.
Yeah. And
that car with a steel head small block and a 6-point cage weighed 2,700 PB in it.
Oh my gosh, dude!
So it's gonna be spicy. It should be a fun little ride. We're thinking 900 horsepower should get it to 530.
Oh, for sure.
So that's sort of what we're
dude,
in.
and not even really probably have to lean on it really hard.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yep. Exactly. And yeah, 900 and that thing is probably going to be under 20 pounds of boost. So
Yeah.
that should be pretty sweet.
Survivable longevity
Right.
build. Yeah.
Yep.
Cross Amy says that's a go-kart.
Yeah,
It is. That is a go-kart.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. No, it's going to be a sweet little ride, and that's all my crap right now. And then my pickup truck, I just did it's always work. I just did a displacement on demand delete on that as well, and a Circle D torque converter. Shout out Dan Palmieri.
Big shout out, yeah, dude.
To
Dan's
them.
the man. I tell you, we love all the Circle D stuff we've got. That's what I need to go to in the old truck.
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely. But yeah, dude. So that's all my stuff. It all runs. I just kind of this was the first real big trip in the Honda.
Yeah.
But it is going to be doing race week. So
exciting.
We're going to rock the Honda in race week. It'll either be in stick shift or naturally aspirated small block.
Dude, please do in a small block.
Really small block.
Yeah, tiny block.
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
Exactly. Interesting. Wow. How cool. So Stevie going to drive it?
Yep. Stevie will drive it. She'll be driving in Big Sky in race week later this year.
Cool.
And I'll be in drag week, and then we'll see what else we can kind of get into.
Yeah, maybe some George Ray's action at the beginning of November.
I live so far from everything. I need a freaking like Huey helicopter or a Chinook helicopter to take me places, because especially with a car and friggin' fuel the way it is. I mean,
even if you had an airplane, you couldn't afford to fly it.
Hell no. So it is what it is. I'll see what I can get into, but man, Sturgis track open. They had their first event here on Friday. They've been, if you didn't know, they've been closed for the last couple of years, and they got a board put together. Dragon Drive race weeker Janae Hammond. She has the Crown Vic is on the board, so she's helping with that.
Long time Wicked chick.
Short Circuit would be cool. She long time Wicked chick. Her son is also helping. He won one of the bracket race challenges at a Rocky Mountain event as well. So Caleb is helping, and her husband, and whatever. They've got that set up. The board's going and they're rocking. So I've got a track again, and life is good, dude.
So I just had this thought on the Vice Grip Garage thing. So it's called the Going to Towns Tour, right?
Correct.
Is it a one-off deal, or is he doing this a couple times a year? What's the plan there?
So it's going to be an annual,
but
he's going to change it around to different spots.
Yeah.
So this one was up here. The next one will probably be, I would bet, in the Ozarks or something like that.
Yeah.
But just trying to give like his fans a little, that spot where you can go out and you can go cruise. Like we know, like we've given our, sold our soul to Drag and Drive, and we know getting your car out on the road and putting the wind in your hair with a couple of your friends and a couple of cold beers is it's therapy.
Yeah,
and he's spreading a little bit more of that. It's rolling car show kind of thing. Get people to get their cars out of the freaking garage and put some miles on the stuff, and it did exactly that.
How many days was it?
It was 3 days.
So it's completely doable. Yeah.
We started here in Rapid, went up to Deadwood, which is awesome, cool old mining town, and that's where Hickok was shot up there, and cool old stuff. Left from there, went down through Mount Rushmore area and down to Custer, which was super cool. We saw buffalo and bighorn sheep and all kinds of cool stuff. Cool. It's absolutely crazy. And then we went up, Wild Bill Hickok, and then we went through. We went down to Murdo, and there's a really big 60-acre car museum that's up there. And so that was kind of the final checkpoint, but it was built like a drag and drive. You had checkpoints, kind of more like a poker run.
Mm-hmm.
You had checkpoints, and if you had all your pictures at the end, they'd give you a little plaque that you finished. And like I said, we ended up maybe 500 miles. I looked at my my SXS tracker deal and couldn't quite figure it. Oh, the Badlands. Yeah, we went through the Badlands. That's right.
Yeah.
Which was crazy. But it was super awesome. It was really, really fun. Like I said, 500 miles, no racing, just driving.
Yeah.
Some, good amount of burnouts, stuff like that. We went to the Full Throttle Saloon, which is crazy.
Ooh, sweet. Yep.
Out of the like rally time. Sturgis is a town of 7,000 people. It's basically shut down when the rally's not happening. So Full Throttle was like in a state of disrepair pretty much. And they had like a bar open, and they were serving they had one person cooking food, and it was very like crickets. But
they're like, there's going to be 50 people come through here today. It's fine.
Right, exactly. But it's not 700,000 people like they'll have during the rally.
Yeah.
But Sturgis is really a sleepy little town when the the rally is not going, which is kind of neat.
That's awesome.
Hell
all right. What else? Any other cool stories from the event? I don't want to not talk about this if we don't need to.
No, dude, it was cool. It was a good time. It was a really, really short sign up. FM3 put it on. They're the same guys that do Power Tour. So it's really well managed. It was, and it was honestly, it was 300 cars, something like that is what signed up. 280, I think, left the first day.
Dude, that's awesome.
And people just kind of came and went as they pleased. Like we added Stevie's parents just for a bit of it. They didn't sign up. They just drove around and had fun. But no, it was fun. It was very much a get your car out of the garage and go cruise it. And people in this area,
400 friends now.
Right. Have not had that experience yet. So so they got to experience that, and a bunch of people at the car club I'm a part of now yesterday were like, "This is what you do?" Oh yeah, we do this all the time.
Yeah, this is normal.
Yeah, this is our life. So it was cool, and it was a good way for him to sell merch. He sold an ass ton of merch.
Oh, I can only imagine.
And B, meet his fans. Just in all different parts of the world, and they actually got to have conversations with him, and have a beer with him. He's not drinking right now, actually, so he had NA beer. But
nice.
But
why would you do that? Man. It doesn't sound any good at all.
I know.
I drink beer for the effect, not for the taste.
Right. And Brooks, I did not get my free Full Throttle Saloon tattoo. Again, it was a ghost town. They didn't have a tattooer there. But I was. I'm not one to turn down tattoos. So
yeah, especially free ones.
I'm just saying,
memories. It's the memories.
And that's exactly it. And like Ethan said, man, just some streetcar stuff, hanging out with your people, doing some burnouts, and there was all kinds of different stuff, from cool old hot rods to Volkswagen Beetles to Honda Civic wagons to the General Lee was there.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, it was gangster. It was a good time.
How cool. All right, well, let's let that kind of end the Performer Built transmission segment here. Big shout out to Ryan and the team up there at Performer Built. Listen, if they can put a 4L60 in the 7s and a Camaro, they can build whatever you need for any GM transmission. So they are working on some 6L stuff as well. Machine a lot of stuff in-house, taking a lot of these transmissions to the next level. And then Deechworks, of course, our friends over at Deechworks, Circuit Racer Party sponsor, Feed the Racers sponsor for all of our events, which is kind of fun. They actually provide snacks and all that kind of stuff at other events, and just great dudes. Came and raced 2 cars. Sadly, neither one of them made it to the end, so we definitely get some vengeance next year when they're going to be back. So
redemption tour.
Yeah, right, big time. Deechworks is a leading manufacturer of high-performance fuel system components. The DW product line includes fuel injectors, pumps, rails, regulators, filters, lines and fittings, plus pump modules and surge tanks, all engineered to support power levels ranging from 400 to 4,000 plus horsepower. With a focus on engineering excellence and industry-leading customer support, D-Torx continues to drive the future of high-performance fueling. Of course, screenshot this and then use code DDR10 at checkout for your 10% discount on any product available on the site there. In this segment, I want to talk about Rocky Mountain Race Week, bro.
Dude, it's like in weeks, by the way.
Oh, 2, right?
Yeah,
Like we have 10 days left. Yeah, dude, it's 2 weeks. We have 10 days left in the month, and then it's 5 days till the start of this thing.
Right.
Like it's on.
Here we go. Dude, back in Great Bend.
Oh, love it. Love it.
Absolutely amazing. If you don't know, that is the house, the place where they had the very first U.S. Nationals in 1955. It was absolutely crazy. It is absolutely crazy. That place reeks of history. Brian Havlick, it's almost time to start getting ready. That's true.
This dude, doors aren't on his car right now or something. I'm telling you, that car's apart right now. I just know it is.
I'll totally lowball the crap out of him with that car. If you guys don't know, that's my move. 55 Chevys. If you got one, lowballing you all day long. But dude, back in Great Bend, they're doing the kickoff party again. So they closed down downtown. If you can get your ass there early and get down there, it is the coolest thing ever. They totally close the roads. We sit on the roads, and you can see here a parking lot for public, et cetera, et cetera. That's where people will come out, and I mean the whole town comes out and looks at your cars and checks out what's they ask you questions like, "What are you idiots? Are you guys you're driving this thing?" And it's it's like Brian Havlick's car. That's just a ground stomping 55, and those guys may have seen a 55 that's a pretty quick car, but they've never seen one that's about to be driven 1,000 miles. So it's absolutely crazy. We're excited to be back at Great Bend. I've heard that place is glass smooth now.
Look at this, bro.
Yeah, dude. New tower, all new concrete walls. Dude, I am so excited to be back at Great Bend.
All new, everything, all new staging lanes and everything. I mean, they really have thrown it out there. These shots are from opening night there.
Cool. Yeah, dude. And what's cool is that place is still a 501c3 nonprofit. Everyone that is there is still a volunteer. It is a super, super cool deal. It's been that way for a long, long time. The Sunflower Rod and Custom Association has kind of been behind that. That's what SRCA stands for. But man, I personally am excited to be back. I know Matt is excited to be back.
Yeah.
I know a ton of these racers are excited to be back, and hopefully we got it early enough that it's not going to be 105 degrees.
Right. Yeah. So, the Rocky Mountain event is earlier than normal this year, and Race Week is pushed back a little bit this year as well. So, dude, I think you're going to end up with some incredible weather.
It should be really cool. The pushback on Race Week was from the pushback on the race weekend that we did last year, since we had the Mega Week. Matt didn't want to do 2 big drag and drives, so we just did the little weekend one that was a little later, and we had an absolute blast. We did all of our hubbing out of Pueblo, which was cool because we kind of got to do a little bit of the mountain drives. But man, this year we are back in the mountains. We've got Pueblo, we've got Great Bend, we've got Kearney, so we can work around those 3 tracks and give people mountain drives. If you are friends with Matt Frost on Facebook, you saw today, there it is right there. There is snow in the mountains right now. It snowed, I believe, yesterday, and it's supposed to kind of snow through the weekend, and that's supposed to be nice. But they are driving the route right now, and it is going to be in the mountains. I can tell you that, that's probably plus 8,500 feet. So typically that route does take us to about 10,000. So
how cool.
You get up there, you get to see it. If you've never been in the mountains, this is going to be an absolute blast for you. You can still join in on a road week, but the race tickets are sold out. As far as I know, race week later in the year still does have some tickets.
Yeah, I think is what he said last week.
I think we were maybe I think we were maybe down to 20 or something spots, which is
that's awesome,
crazy. But this one is it's taking us back to our roots, man. I mean, no Bandamere, which sucks a little bit, but a little birdie told me that we may end up somewhere near Hudson, so you might get to see the space where the Bandamere will be operating out of.
Well, and what would be cool about that too is, like, hopefully they can have it done by next year, and then so the folks that came this year got to see bare ground, and then next year they're racing there. So
totally, yep, and that's going to be the best part, is you get to see it as nothing, and then you'll get to see it and experience it as something. So no, that's exciting too. The Bandameres are full steam ahead on that deal. Yeah. They had a few hurdles with the town and with the county with some whatnot,
normal permitting stuff.
Red tape garbage. But it sounds like
do you understand what we're bringing here? Like,
exactly, and it's like
this is a big deal.
Tractor repair company at the corner is going, I don't really know if I want all that traffic.
Get out of here.
Yes, you do. I promise you do.
Yeah. Like, you realize, like, toter homes and all that kind of stuff.
Rich ass people will be here, and guess what? Those guys live on ranches and stuff. So, I'm just saying. Deal with it. It's happening. It's cool. It's happening. I'm excited that it's happening.
Yeah, I think that now cars are cool. Obviously, Drag and Drive, I think, has probably helped push that quite a bit with the amount of events and people that are participating, and we're getting cool cars from the manufacturers and all that kind of stuff. Like, cars are neat. To have a facility that's going to be at the level of what that is just, it's going to be huge for the community.
It's going to be crazy. And just today, Pikes Peak International Raceway announced that this will be their last year. That's a far south roundy round track, but they did do some no prep stuff there and whatnot. But I have heard rumors, and these are just rumors, that Bandamere is going to have a circle track and a road course and a drag strip and possibly a water park.
Wow, dude, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
because the land they bought, I mean, people need to understand this. It was like 1,100 acres or something crazy.
Right. So the original Bandamere was about 100 acres, and a bunch of it went up that hill, and there was you couldn't do anything to it. It was wasteland. Yes, they're 10 times that space now. It's going to be pretty interesting. Huge.
Well, and the protection that provides for the sound and all the stuff that comes from people complaining if that ever happens,
right?
And just the thought process from the beginning to be able to build out what you want from there is pretty cool. So I'm excited. So back to Rocky Mountain. You got Great Bend start and end. Excited about that. To be back there, and both events start and end at Great Bend this year, right?
Correct. Yeah,
so
we wanted to show them the love. I mean, if you're going to bring your racetrack back, then we're going to bring our events back.
Yeah. So, then you're bringing 600 cars to them. And then Kearney, which is one of my favorite tracks. It's such a cool place.
Freaking love Kearney. If you've never been to Kearney, man, trees, grass at a racetrack, big deal.
For the drag and drive racers, we're seeing this big move towards camping and all that kind of cool stuff. They have the best spot. They have like this whole grassy area with trees and overhang. It's like this whole thing. It's beautiful.
It's amazing. It's in there's a soybean field and a cornfield. It right in between them. Honestly, if you don't know what you're looking for, you'll miss it.
You can drive straight by
there. Yep, it's just out there.
The trip from Kearney to Pueblo, I know is long, but that's usually gives you the drive day. But y'all, that's the trip. That's the trip. It's cool. it really is a nice spot, and that's where I think you're going to end up in the mountains on that drive.
Yeah, and it is, Rocky Mountain and Race Week has always been unapologetically hard. What we're doing is not going to be easy. Yes, Joe at Kearney is the best ever. Joe and Nicole Roach absolutely kill it over there at Kearney. Anyway, dude, that drive is long. It sucks, especially if it's hot, but you are going to have the best time ever. It is going to be 400 miles. And it's a drive day, but dude, we don't get on I-70.
Right.
You're not going to be going 85 to blow 420 miles down. I think we did it in the Cadillac, making very short stops at checkpoints. And it was 13 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And again, AC. Matt just got to Pueblo.
Nice.
It's hard, but damn it, when you finish that and you get in that parking lot and you crack open a nice icy Coors Light or Coors Original or Hams or whatever you love, you earn the hell out of that beer, man, that day. And then you got a night of racing the next night.
Yeah.
So dude, it's gonna be sweet. Absolutely awesome. And then we're back at Pueblo. We love Pueblo. Donnie over there, same deal, lays it down. All the crew over at Pueblo, we just love. Those dudes are crazy good. In fact, Rocky Mountain Race Week does some sponsorship for their No Prep series as well. They, we support them as much as we possibly can because they support us as much as they possibly can.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Wow. Joe Barry Motorsports Checkpoint, dude. Yes. Dang. That dude has 3 or 4 Hot Rod Magazine Drag Week guitars.
Yeah.
And they sit up in his he's like, they just sit there. I don't play guitar, but it's like they're sitting there with like inches of dust on them. It's the funniest thing ever.
That's awesome.
It's like the movie Cars. Just piston cups just sitting here in a box.
Man, what a cool dude too. And then Joey's car is getting relatively close. So that'll be cool to see it.
And Michelle's. Tom's Coffee. Yep, exactly. That's what they're doing now. They kind of threw in their hat into the ring and they got themselves a Tom's Coffee food truck, and they've been bringing it to Pueblo. They've been doing it the whole thing. They're absolutely crazy. So, we're going to have them around, I'm sure, and having a checkpoint at his place is going to be absolutely crazy.
Oh, dude, that's going to be so badass. Let's see. What else do we have? What are the notes here? We talked about going there. We talked about the snow in the mountains. Dude, who are you excited to see? Who's coming back that you're pumped to see? And you can't just say everybody.
I really want to see Bryant Goldstone in his Corvette. I hope he brings the Corvette, and I hope he stomps all the records.
Yeah.
I mean,
would be incredible.
I can't wait to see that. I cannot wait to see that. I think Rowdy Radial is going to be really good this year.
Oh man.
Yes. I had Donovan Linwood on my show, and he is going for a 4-second average at altitude.
That'll be the first, right? Like I don't think
we've only had one 4-second run ever, and it was Matt Moore at Pueblo after a 420-mile drive.
So we made a big deal about this at the circuit. I don't think people understood like what a big deal that is. I mean, I know it's on a 235 tire, and that's a lot different. But like, dude, it's taken us. We've done events since 19, and we had just had our first, 4-second runs in the 8th. Like, it's a big deal.
That's freaking fast. If you lay that down, that's well into a 6-second quarter mile on a little bitty tire like that.
Yeah.
Those guys are gangster. They're kind of their own little group. It's sort of like the movie Point Break. Like they're the group in a group. We're all badasses, but those dudes, let them hang, man. Those guys are them and the stick shift dudes are head and shoulders beyond what's going on. Nate Curran, who was on with Donovan on his show, I made a post that somebody would need to be really stupid to have a stick shift and 235 car. So he put 235s back on his Fairmont with the stick shift.
No way.
To go back to Rowdy Radial with a clutch pedal.
Dude.
That car has gone 5 teens with an automatic in it. And that was 3 years ago. So he's thinking he's kind of on that same doorstep. He wants to be 5.0 490s, but with a clutch pedal.
That'd
in
be
his
cool.
car. So I'm looking forward to that. Always Rich Guido, Bill Armstrong. You know, they're kind of duking it up match. Bill, I am told that he is also recently outrun his cert. So
nice.
That car is picking up serious ET.
Yeah.
He PB'd by over a 10th on his last trip out.
Wow.
So he's starting to pick up the pace a little bit. And of course, Rich has been like 820 or 830 now in that 4,000-pound GTO. But those guys are gangsters.
I think he did that on the did he do that at Sick Week or was it at Streetcar Bragging Rights?
Bragging Rights,
yeah. After driving it all the way across the country.
Well, and those guys kind of kept it low key, but they both drove to Omaha for Kyle's funeral. And they drove their cars.
I saw Bill's post, them driving along, but I thought it was just old footage. I didn't even think about them going to Omaha.
They went to Omaha. So, they just kind of kept it on the DL. And both of them drove out there and just said, we feel like it's the right thing to bring our cars. And
that's so cool.
Yep. But those guys they're the real. So I'm looking forward to seeing them do the thing, obviously. And really it's always the newbies that I do the rookie of the year. I do the young gun deal. I'm still doing that. I'm bringing that back this year. And the rookies that come out that have been looking at this stuff for a while and, maybe I'll get out to one of these or someone that's done a weekend event and wants to kind of, dip their feet into the shark infested waters, if you will. And they get to do, no shit, 1,000 miles and no shit,
minimum.
A couple of days of 400, it's going to be fun to watch those guys. Oh, dude, Eric Reisner, who's done 2 now DNFs. He's got a Coyote-powered big tire 70 Mustang fastback,
and just finished the circuit. So that car is proven street ready.
Yep. I am looking forward to seeing that actually come out and do what it can do. And it's a pro charge deal. It should run hard. That should be a sweet car.
That car's really fast. Hang on. Eric, do you remember what Reisner ran at the circuit? I think it was 5. Dude, it may have been 5 teens. Hold on, I'll look.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's pretty gangster, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying,
it's
still only 302 cubic inches.
Right. Eric Reisner, 528 was his, or 522 quickest pass of the weekend. He ran a 522 on Sunday at Tulsa and a 528 on Saturday at Thunder Valley. So
gangster, dude. Yeah. Super cool. And he's a Colorado
first
boy.
Time out. Yeah, first time out. I mean, that dude, that's the first time that car's been, in that setup. He's put it on the street a little bit, but obviously to come out and just swing at it like that's pretty badass.
Totally, dude. And I mean, and then the old school guy. I like to see my friends. This is kind of our family reunion. The guys that have been there forever, Vince, and we'll see how many of the Wilsons we get this year. Typically, it's 17.
8 of them. Yeah. 8 cars, 27 of them.
Yeah, a couple. One year they came down in 4 cars, and there was 8 of them, and they went home with 3 cars and 1 on a dolly. Yeah, and whatever.
My favorite story is Eric putting the piston in on the side of the road. Like, I don't remember where he was at, but, Eric, I think me and you were together, and we're coming by, and all those cars are on the side, and he's way off down in the ditch and putting the piston in.
Yep. And they were lapping valves with like Crest with toothpaste.
Yeah.
Yep. It's good. Oh, Arm & Hammer is what it was. Arm & Hammer. Yeah.
Yeah. Those idiots. Guys, they know how to good time.
Idiots. And of course, gassers. Holy cow. The new rule in gassers is in effect at Rocky Mountain Race Week.
Oh, no. What's that mean?
So Matt put that out a year or so ago. And we kind of went from like the most lax gasser rules to maybe now the hardest gasser rules. And you need to be pre-approved. And Matt needs to, you have to fit like a certain number of these criteria. Right. If it's got colored tinted windows, you get a point. And if it's got a name, you get a point. And if the front end's high enough, you get a point. And no plastic intakes. You can have LSs, but no plastic intakes, that kind of thing. Yeah. I can't believe I forgot Rob Lipinski, dude. The old Yeller got painted.
Yeah.
Got painted.
And it's badass.
Dude, it is gorgeous. And then it's coming back with
big block with a blower, right?
Big block with a blower and Holley EFI on a bird catcher. So he went from twin turbo LS yellow car to a blown injected big block orange car.
Oh, wait, what? It's orange now?
It's yellow orange.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, dude, I think the last time I saw something of his come across my feet, then it was still the black and white.
Oh no, dude! It's yesterday. He got it done.
Oh wow!
It is gangster. It is gangster. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna try to find a picture of it. I think it's still got the white top, but it is it's gangster. He also got into Hot Rod Drag Week. So
nice.
You know who else got into Hot Rod Drag Week?
Matt Frost.
Matt Frost got into Hot Rod Drag Week.
As he goes twin turbos on the Hulk.
Yep. Got out of the Pro Charger, had too many problems blowing that thing up. Not the motor, but the Pro Charger. And coming back with turbos, dude. Totally.
Yeah. But the Pro Charger deal is so tough, though, because it's crank driven. Dude, that thing so hard. Right. That setup's not built for the street.
No,
I don't. I mean, I'm sure they say it is, and he's had it on the street and all that kind of stuff. But it had to be a ticking time bomb, and it just.
Well, it's one of those things. If you have it anywhere near where it's max, and then you spin the tires, then it's over max and it blows up.
Yeah.
So it just depends on how hard you're trying to push it, and he's Matt, so he's trying to push it. So
yeah.
But no, that's going to be sweet. He's going to go back for unlimited iron. I will be in stick shift, naturally aspirated small block because I don't have stick shift.
Yeah, but I'll do the stick shift shootout. We've had Keith Turk on, and we asked that question, and he's kind of like, man, it's not really. They don't really want a stick shift class because they feel like it. It's going to bring so much extra headache.
Right.
If you're trying to figure out what the style of stick shift is in.
Right. Yep. No, that's a thing, but whatever. It's all good. I'll still do the stick shift shootout, and we're gonna have some good times. Yeah,
dude, that's gonna be awesome. Eric, I'm scared to open Facebook on my computer while we're live. Will you see if you can find the Rob Lipinski?
I just did look for it, and it's got pictures of his daughter's car that he painted. It may have been
purple. Wow.
Yeah, it may have been on his Snapchat or something.
Oh, gotcha.
But no, there it is. It's the video. Hold on, 22-second video. Oh, it's really loud. Yep, that's it. The 22-second video is what you're looking for. First thing on his page, and it is gangster.
Yeah, they're one of my favorite families. Pulling the camper, doing that whole thing, man. They're just so
Hey,
damn cool. Don't let him
and
hear me say that, but they're just
and
so.
Skyla started the pink fingernails.
Oh yeah, love it.
So if you've gotten a pink fingernail at race week, that was from that Skyla. She's a
There's
Lipinski.
never not been an event she's at where I haven't gotten at least one.
And that's the thing. Oh yeah, dude.
Look at it. Mama.
Dude, look at it.
Oh,
dude.
A sparkle in that too.
It's got so much flake. It's
The black top?
probably got 50 pounds of flake in it.
oh,
But it
dude.
is absolutely gangster, dude.
that is
That
killer.
That looks really nice.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm
Yeah,
in.
dude.
Wow.
So getting to see that car again after
Yeah.
the yellow, white
Man,
primer.
Wow.
Um,
Yeah, that's so good looking.
Yeah, dude. And he's coming back with a vengeance too. That big block is 871. It made something like 13 or 1400 horsepower. It's he's also swinging.
That's
So,
awesome.
It's gonna be sweet.
I think one of my favorite photos in Rocky Mountain history is the shot where like everybody's pinkies in the air at the award ceremony. Where were we at? We were in Kearney then, I think.
I think so. Yep.
Man, what a cool shot.
Yep. And that's such a cool deal. The Wicked Chicks, that's still a Rocky Mountain Race Week deal.
Mm-hmm.
Chad and Cody put that together because both their wives were racing, and we lost both of them. And you're a woman in a man's world, and we want to give you a little something extra.
Mm-hmm.
And so Chad puts together a bunch of different awards for them, and hands them out some cash, and they get their own shirts and they get their own stickers, and I get looked at funny when I drive my car and it has Wicked Chicks on the side, but I don't care because my wife's a Wicked Chick, man.
Yeah. And then speaking of Chad, will live stream be on Bank Shift?
Yes, on Bank Shift for free as always.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it will be there, and we will see Chad and likely Mr. Neal with us, and they'll be doing the thing.
That's cool. All right, well, let's wrap up the Deech Work segment there. Trying to think of any other questions. I feel like we've gone over a bunch. Hang on. Big shout out to Chris Paget, big time supporter of us over at the circuit and Drag Driver
Big
Pete.
time.
But also up there, he was racing. This was the opening day at SRCA Great Bend. So pretty cool.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm just going to throw it out there. I'll give him 6,800 for that car right now, turnkey.
Dude, I can give 6,805.
Okay, 68.
We'll bet on that. Yeah, I love that car. It's one of the first ones where I saw the turbo inlet on the hood, and I was like,
yeah,
I need to do that at some point in my life.
Oh, speaking of, before you jump real quick,
yeah,
the Starks. I think the Starks are I think the Starks are bringing something. Little birdie, but stick
you mean
shift.
your co-employee, like your
since Blaine's there, but stick shift on notice. They have a 6.0 cert Fox body.
Oh, come on!
And
that's awesome.
And it's got a gear ripper in it. So
you know it. Wow!
I'm
breaking news right here.
I'm just saying. I hope they can get it done, and I hope they bring it. But the Starks might have some. The 55 wagon reminded me. They might have some hotness.
Hell yes. Well, big shout out to Deech Works. We appreciate them and all the stuff they do for us. I mean, obviously, bringing 2 cars to the circuit. Neither one of them finishing just means they're coming back next year, bigger, better, stronger. David Deech was driving the Volvo Amazon, and he's like, it's on. Him and I have been emailing back and forth, and I'm trying to get him to come do one of the single day deals we have. And he's like, I don't know if I can do that, but I definitely am coming for the circuit. He said, I've got to finish that thing. No way around it. And of course, Mark Campbell, he's the GOAT. He's the dude that, and one of my favorite people out there. It's pretty awesome. So, all right. Thanks to Deech Works. Eric, you want to do the AFCO racing, and then we're just going to kind of riff a little bit here while we finish up the show.
All right. Racers know when you want performance that wins, you want AFCO. From shocks and suspension to cooling, brakes, and more, AFCO Racing has been helping teams go faster for over 30 years. Built by racers for racers. Check out the AFCO Advantage and follow them today on social media for the latest in performance parts. AFCO Racing, built to win.
All right. So before we kick off a bunch of stuff, I do want to ask the first question in this is, when's That Cool Drink coming back?
So I did a couple of Tuesdays ago. I had Donovan on, and man, I had some technical difficulties. It was a terrible time. I got a new computer, I got a new webcam, I got new everything, and I was like, this is going to be great. It was terrible. It went to shit in like a handbasket. It was not good. It is coming back. I'm probably going to have to put it on Wednesdays across from you guys. Unfortunately,
We understand that. That's the way it goes.
And it is it's just going to be drag and drive all Wednesday, baby.
Yeah, because Bang Shift is live tonight too. They usually talk about some drag and drive stuff in there as well, especially lead into and recap for Rocky Mountain.
Yep, but no, it's definitely a thing. It's we're kind of I'm working out the kinks, working out the details, but it is going to be coming back. It's going to be doing I'm going to be doing a monthly. Is my plan. Just a weekly was just too much, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Man.
Preach it, brother. Preach it.
Right. You guys do 2 of them a week. You guys are idiots.
But we only have guests one night. We typically don't have guests on Saturday. So that makes our life pretty easy because we can just grab news stories from Wednesday night till Saturday morning. But
still, man, just the cadence of it is it is intense. So especially with the new job and stuff, I needed to make sure that it was going to be fun, B, it was going to be like a resourceful thing for people. Like it was kind of That's Cool Drink has always been started as like if you have one of these things in your driveway or in your garage that this guy has, here's your recipe to build it and bring it out and drag and drive it, sort of. Yeah. So make sure that is up and top of mind as well, and and then again, make sure I have like relevant stuff happening. So rather than just pick randos and just trudge through a weekly show, I want to make sure it makes sense for everybody moving forward. Yeah. So
I think that's a great. You know what I mean? Like, because there's so many times where, like tonight, I mean, we've just been kind of riffing, and there was a very loose set of notes. People need to understand this. And really, the reason behind that was because I've been so busy the last 2 weeks trying to get this big thing going. It's like, I literally, the text between you and I, hey, man, I need somebody that can do this without.
Without a lot of, and there's, unfortunately, and it's part of the deal. There's some background to get people kind of up to moving, and it's not just what you're seeing in your eyes. There's hours and hours and hours of prep beforehand that go into this stuff. So, like I said,
Dude, monthly will be awesome.
It's going to be sweet. And then, the guys at Motion have been super cool with letting me kind of do whatever I want, but at the same time, I need to make sure they're getting their bang for the buck too. So.
So it is what it is. Brought to you by Motion Raceworks.
We haven't discussed that quite yet.
And not everything needs to be sponsored. Not everything.
Exactly. What more likely what you'll see is going to be powered by Bankship Billy.
Oh, sweet.
Guess.
Nice.
And he's kind of always been around and kind of behind what I've been doing. Bill Armstrong.
Dude, that guy is such a mentor. Like, nobody will ever understand how much he's helped drag driver Pete and all of this stuff on this side. I mean,
drag and drive as a whole.
Oh, for sure.
Just pushing that with Rich Guido, kind of the twin kind of element of those guys. But
I meant business wise for our side, like just all the stuff over here, like all the questions I've asked him over the years, been amazing.
And he's a smart dude. He's a business owner. He has his own podcast. You can check them out on Clutch Burners. which is super cool. It's
Stick Shift
very,
Nation on YouTube. Yeah.
Yep. Very, very stick shift oriented, obviously, but dude, that guy's always kind of had my back. So I think that's probably more than likely we'll do a little something with that just so I can give him a little extra love. But he's got those wireless buttons. He's probably going to have me at PRI this year.
Come on, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm whatever, dude. He's just always been a big proponent of all the stuff that we're doing. And obviously for you guys too. Personally, professionally, everything. That dude's got it going on. So I think we'll probably see that. I'm going to try to keep my stuff a little bit separated, but that said, like Motion has allowed me to do any of the announcing stuff I want to do. They don't care at all. In fact, it gives them kind of boots on the ground at events where they don't have boots on the ground at. And even though they're not like a sponsor, I can actually get them, their customers a little extra support at a racetrack and get them like instant help, which is going to be cool. We are doing a sponsorship in kind with the Wild West Dragon Dash as well.
Ooh, sweet.
So Motion's going to be on their deal as well. They're covering my airfare down there.
Oh,
and I can talk about them as much as I want. So
how cool. And dude,
it's kind of a win-win.
Porsche, Galen, them, they came up and did the circuit.
Yeah.
Blew me away.
And with River, with their oldest son.
Yeah.
And Galen's car is so awesome. I got to ride in it at Wild West.
Nice.
Dude, 140 mile an hour wheel speed trailer burnouts.
Yes.
In overdrive. Oh yeah, it's no joke.
That's
Pegged,
awesome.
Buried the speedometer in the Hall EFI dash. Pretty kick ass. That car, that dude, that family, that event. All this stuff is gangster, dude. I'm loving being a part of all of it.
Yeah. How fun. Tom Bagley asked how many corn dogs Adam wants during 1.0.
Yes, all of them. I mean, and then we need to ask, what do you guys think? Is it socially acceptable to eat a corn dog lengthwise in public?
Oh yeah. Listen, touch that dangly thing.
Yeah, no shame in your game. What about you, Eric? Do you care?
No, I don't care.
Just going for it. Do you guys teach your kids that that's okay?
Sometimes I have daughters, so no.
Okay. All right.
Sometimes I like to pull it off of the stick and just hold it in my hand.
Right. Just the stick, or
no?
Oh, I was thinking a whole other thing in your hand because I like to do that too.
Yeah.
But no, corn. If you guys don't know, Corn Dog Tom is my name for Tom Bagley. He was on my show. We realized he had never had a corn dog, and Eric Carroll, whose house he was staying at, was super cool. He actually went to Sonic and picked up corn dogs for Corn Dog Tom so he could eat them live on my show.
That's awesome.
And yes, he does hit the dangly thing.
Yeah.
Bring the dog to the mouth, not the mouth to the dog.
That's solid advice right there. Especially, and for all you folks that ever have a microphone, it's the same. You need to bring the microphone to your face, not your face to the microphone, because it looks like a whole different thing.
That's awesome.
That's for all you up and coming announcers in this world.
Well, dude, let's talk about that for a minute. We won't run too long here. Announcing stuff, man. What all you got planned? What would be your best tip for somebody that wants to try their hand at it?
Oh, dude, do it. Just do it. I just got off a Mustang week, and I was sort of the entire MC for the week. It was not just announcing; it was a whole thing.
The whole thing. Yeah.
It was kind of Freedom 500, but for 5 days, not just for 2. So it was cool, man. Pro burnouts, drifting. I got to meet Von Gittin Jr. and Ben Hobson. In fact, there's a video of me or something, or maybe stills of me and Ben Hobson passing a Monster can from him drifting around me.
Oh wow!
And passing it in and out of the window, super duper cool. That was an absolute experience, like super fun deal. And we're going to be back in Charlotte at in August, and it's going to be at ZMAX and at Charlotte Motor Speedway, which is going to be absolutely crazy, absolutely nuts. So that's coming up. I'll be doing kind of my standard ones, my Rocky Mountain Race Week. I will be back at Wild West Dragon Dash. I'll be back at Big Sky Race Week. I will be doing, the day after Rocky Mountain Race Week at Kearney is a stick shift race. So we are going to stop by on the way home. Stevie's going to race. I'm going to announce for a stick shift nationals race. And on top of that, it's a PFI speed race. Nice. So they'll get a little bit of the stank as well. So the Saturday after we're done, we're just going to make the 2-hour trek back up to Kearney from Great Bend, and we are going to lay it back down.
Dude, that's awesome.
So lots and lots of that kind of stuff. I'm really not like pushing for that work right now. The motion thing came at a really good time for me that I can just sort of like run with my stuff, but things keep sort of just progressing as it happens. So you never know. I might just show up at some event and be there. But at this point, I will not be on the 6 stuff. So I may be back at 6 Summer at Motion. It's a checkpoint.
Nice.
So I may be doing a little bit with that. I have no desire to work for a track, Josh. That's awesome. Love it.
He's done that before.
Great Bend is a 501c3 and they don't pay anybody. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like those guys do what they do. But I don't make enough money at Motion to just make it on just Motion. So moving to Great Bend to work there for the weekends. Not necessarily on my list, but doing these bigger races that's my move, man. I love it. It's a lot higher profile. It's a lot more time away from home, but damn it, I love it. I just love it.
Well, and dude, you're so good at it. Like one thing somebody told me one time was like, you've got to practice, right? So like you probably don't have to practice anymore because you do it so often, right? But like one tip I will say to people, and I don't call many races, but like watch a live stream on TV and turn the sound off.
Right. And just
call it. Yeah.
Right.
I feel like that was one of the best pieces of advice I had gotten.
That, and I think a lot of people get wrapped up in how many people are listening to you, especially if it's like a big live stream or something like that. But when you're actually doing the thing, it's you in a room and you. Yeah. It's like you and you, and that's it. It's like it's the circuit you versus you. Yeah. The clock lady might be up there, and there might be random, whatever. But really, it's at the end of it when you boil it down, it's talking about your friends to your friends. Yeah. In a vacuum. So I just imagine that my buddy Steve Wolf, who's watching, who's going to be on Rocky Mountain Race Week for his first big one, he did. He did the Weekend Warrior out in Western Colorado.
Yep.
He is going to be. Yeah, there he is. He's going to be on Rocky Mountain Race Week with his 55, and he has been working nonstop on that thing for like 2 months.
Awesome.
It's getting everything changed. It's going to be Holly EFI. It's insane. He's doing a ton.
Regional events are the gateway drug.
They really are, and he knows that. He got me into racing. He got me into cars, and now I'm kind of bringing him into my world. It's always just kind of been race cars in our world, but dude, it is what it is. So he's working on it right now. There you go. But yeah, dude, really, you're sitting in a room that may or may not be air conditioned, which is great. And you talk about your friends to your friends. And the best advice I've ever given anybody, I think, is you can't fake it. You either really like this stuff or people are going to know. Yeah. So like it helps enjoying what you're doing. Giving a shit about what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the Monza. Yeah, Steve. So I bought the Monza from Steve.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It had a Malibu motor and trans in it. But I took it to high school drags and it did it. He thought I blew it up, but it was doing a burnout the whole time down the racetrack. and it did like a 330-foot burnout, and the tire mark from that burnout was on the racetrack all day long. It was hilarious. It was absolutely nuts. But no, I mean, if it's something that you're interested in, man, just show up at a track and pop your head in and say, hey, who's your announcer? Can I talk with them? Almost no one, unless they're like a crazy prima donna, is going to tell you to go away. The industry is really small, and we need more and more good announcers out there that are willing to do it and do it well. And yeah, dude, get out there, put a microphone in your hand. Look at Red Hat Scotty.
Oh, like, dude, crushing it.
He's killing it over at Flying H there. And, you know, that's a dude that you can talk to. You can, you know, have conversations with in the pit or whatever. But he gets on a microphone. He's a whole different dude.
Yeah. He does a great job. And the great thing for him is he knows a lot of the racers that he's calling up there, which helps a bunch. It's
right.
When I am announcing, it's more color commentary than it is necessarily calling the race. And dude, I mean, because my first real big race stuff was listening to you on race weekend. I'm like, man, that's the jam.
Totally. And there's a lot of filling dead space. I have a lot of like my kind of go-tos for filling dead space. And that's that too. But if you're at like a little local track, they can play music, no big deal. But if it's on a live stream, guess what? No music. It's you. Good luck.
Yeah.
So I've kind of got a little bit of that where I'll play with the audience or play with the crowd, play with the audience, play with the promoter a little bit, whatever, or talk about the racetrack, talk about, you know, you're going to see tractors. What are they doing?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're going to see all different parts of the racetrack. What is it? What is it doing? What, you know, you got to both appeal to the guy that's been racing for 40 years and his wife that's never been to a race ever.
Yeah. You got to entertain both of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you can bring it kind of all together where they both go, okay, at certain different points, then you're doing something.
Well, I always like to think of it. I'm giving the guy that knows what's going on. He can tell his buddy, oh yeah, well, what he's talking about here is, you know,
right.
Some more detail. How fun.
Yep.
Eric, what else we got? Anything?
I think we covered everything that we had in the notes.
Dude, a 2-hour show. You guys are killing it.
Hey, listen, we try and really set that thing. Brian kind of gets on my ass if it's more than 2 hours.
Hey,
so,
whatever.
That's the way it goes, though. You know?
Oh, Ethan's. What are you guys bringing? What are you guys bringing? The Nova? What do you guys got coming up?
Yeah, that guy. Sure. I need to have him on. They've been on before, obviously, but we need to have him on for sure as we lean into
well, and dude, they've been doing some really cool stuff down there at Concho Valley.
Yep.
All of the Densmans have worked every single spot at that racetrack. So
how cool.
They can work in the burnout box. They can work at the starting line. They can announce. They can run the computers.
That's awesome.
It's pretty impressive what they've done down there, and the Densmans have been like a part of it. They have soaked themselves into that community, so they're G's, man. They're absolute G's, and now they're doing their own drag and drive, which is
even better.
On top of it, dude. I mean, let's go.
Wild West Dragon Dash. I'm going to jump over to dragdriverepeat.com/event list-2026 here and see when their event is.
He is bringing the slow ass Nova, but it's cool. It's a 4-door early Chevy 2. They can jam all the kids in it. It's a good deal.
October 21st through 24th. Concho Valley Drag Week. They're in
San Angelo,
Texas. San Angelo, Texas.
San Angelo, Texas, and the whole thing's West Texas. All 8th mile, and man, just very, very cool event. Very, very cool family. Their first event went off without a hitch of like 100 cars, and they pulled the stopper out this year. I think they're allowing 300.
Wow.
I don't know if they've sold the thing out yet or not, but it is going to be absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
and,
that's incredible.
And it was the best part with that too was a lot like kind of Montana and different areas that have not had a drag and drive. 4 spots left, says Porsche.
Holy jeez.
The it was maybe 80% rookies in that first year.
Cool. Yes.
And dude, every single one of them, like, I mean, 80 of 100 were like, that is the most fun. I can't believe we haven't done that. Like, they're the Blakeleys won their what I can't remember, it's their Spirit of Award. I can't remember what they called it. And Paul and Lisa Blakely, Paul it bought a bracket car, 67 Camaro. And it's, dude, I mean, tin floors, tin doors, Lexan, and Paul's maybe mid 70s.
Oh, wow.
And Lisa's probably young 70s. Lisa had gotten into a car accident and couldn't ride with Paul. And they said, we don't care. You can, as a not like support vehicle, but ride in your, comfortable car while your 75-year-old husband drives this old piece of shit for 800 miles. And they were like wiring it. She was wiring it the very last day. They finished, and he said, man, I've been racing my whole life, and this is something totally different. And that's like, man, the feel at the end of that event was like the first race week, like all of these newbies that just figured it out. And they're going to be back with all their friends. That event,
4 spots left.
Yeah, that event is not to be missed. And I have never had more parking lot parties. That I don't know what happened, what happened with it, or that place lays it down when it comes to parking lot parties. It was cool. That's a don't miss. So with 4 spots left, pick those up 100%.
Yeah, like you need to get on there right now. Wild West Dragon Dash on Facebook, or
I believe they got a website as well.
Yeah.
Ethan says loads of new people this year as well. So
I guarantee it. That's awesome.
Yep. Yeah, just being in that area, it's kind of in a vacuum. They haven't really had that.
WildWestDragonDash.com.
Yep. They haven't really had that opportunity. And once they did,
98% return rate.
Yeah, dude.
Bro, that's insane.
That tells you everything you need to know right there.
Wow.
Cool event. Very, very good times. Cool people, cool tracks. Hobbs Airfield racetrack is freaking crazy. New Mexico. Yeah, dude. It's a good time. If you can get one of those last 4 spots, make sure you can do it, because it is.
Wow.
That was fun.
How cool. All right. Well, stay with us. We're going to wrap the show up, but I want to talk to you for just a minute after the show. Thank you for coming on tonight on such short notice. I think I texted you yesterday. So
it was awesome. I'm glad. I kind of need to get my feet back under me for mine rolling anyway. Yep. So this is a little bit of a
recharge,
a movement. Yeah, a little catalyst to get me rocking. So yeah, dude.
That's awesome. All right. Airborne announcer, Adam Dorey, you find all your stuff. That's Cool Drink. All the stuff, dude. Probably best to follow you on Facebook.
Facebook's my number one. I do a little bit on Instagram. I just Facebook's my jam.
Cool.
Airborneannouncer@gmail.com. If you whatever, but slide the DMs if you need anything from Motion, Rife, TBM, whatever. If I don't know where it is or what it is or where it is, I can get you in the right place. And I do make a little commission. So if you're feeling saucy and you want to throw me a little something, feel free. And if you just have questions to ask, like, throw them out there. Let's sell some race car parts. Motion the world.
Hell yeah. All right, buddy. Stay with us. Okay. All right, Eric. Lead us out, dude.
Yes, sir. So again, thank you to all of our race car friends for tuning in tonight. Tons of comments, which we always appreciate. Thanks to Adam Dorey for jumping on with us. And of course, all of our sponsors. We couldn't do it without all of these companies. We've got affiliate links, we've got discount codes, or we'll just get you in contact with somebody at one of these companies. So Thank you to Summit Racing Equipment, Deechworks, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cams, J-Wire Solutions, AFCO Racing Products, Performa-Built Transmissions, Car Chains 3D, Low Dollar Motorsports, PowerTube TV, and Racing Junk. And we'll see you guys on Saturday morning.